I know we're going to be watching in the post for this matchup, Nunu Aguirre and Lily Meister.
Nunu Aguirre for the Cardinals has already come on the scene this season hot, averaging 19 points a game. She's physical down low. Coach Kate Pay says, I need her to be more of a grizzly bear versus a teddy bear. And I'll tell you what, Sloan, she's been pretty scary down low, physical. Lily Meister for the Hoosiers, stepping up into Mackenzie Holmes' old role. Meister's done a nice job early this season, but she understands she has to bring a certain level of physicality in order to compete down low in the block against the Cardinals today.
Meister and Aguirre up for the jump. And the tip is won by the Cardinal, number 24 in the country, 4-0 this season. Brand new head coach, players taking on different roles across the board and clicking here so far. Shania Harriel trying to work through that high screen. Gets the switch. Shay Ciezki in a tough spot in the post. But Dimitri will put up the shot. That's no good. And a second chance opportunity. Both these coaches telling us they want to hit the glass hard.
Both Kate Pay and Terry Moore saying rebounding going to be huge. Indiana has to blocks out immediately upon a shot going up. Stanford is way too aggressive, creating second chance opportunities this season.
Great defense by Chloe Moore-McNeil. Aguirre has to put it up, and she does net the long two.
At 6'2", Aguirre has a high release point, so she can shoot it over taller defenders. I love how much she's hunted her shot this season early on.
Someone who's gone from 5 points per game to 19 from one season to this one. Sydney Parrish, great look inside and beautiful offense for the Hoosiers.
Terry Moore wants Indiana to score quick within this shot clock. That's within 8 seconds. The quicker they score, the better they feel getting some momentum going.
And she thinks pace specifically is going to help this team jump out of its early season funk, starting 1 and 2 this season. Harriel finds herself free and knocks down the jumper right at the free throw line. Mask on and knocking it down with precision.
Sometimes the mask gives you superpowers, actually, Sloan. Once you get used to it and it's fitted to your face, it's like going into an extra mode.
Moore-McNeil for three, and that's just going to rattle in a friendly bounce.
Indiana has struggled shooting it from three, and this is a team comprised of really good three-point shooters. Chloe Moore-McNeil shooting more than 40% a season ago. To see one finally go in just gives you so much confidence as a player.
That's another thing without Mackenzie Holmes, this team trying to refine its efficiency. Speaking of efficient, that is Stanford to start. 3 of 4 from the field. Dimitri that time with the nifty post move. Yarden Garzon finds Moore-McNeil wide open. Can't do it again.
Indiana's spacing much better, but the offensive rebounding has to be there as well, trying to create second chance opportunities.
Dimitri, nice pump fake.
Wow.
Feed inside, and Aguirre handles it.
Dimitri doing a nice job leading Aguirre to the basket. That pass whipped right around, so all she had to do was focus on the finish.
An example of the timing, the cohesion, so good for this team despite the new pieces they're putting together. Moore-McNeil into the paint, using her size back to the basket to earn herself a trip to the free throw line. As a lefty, Moore-McNeil good on the first. Fifth-year players, the leaders and captains of this team trying. Flaherty decides against it, will reset up this offense. Stanford basketball, just the same as we have come to expect, but they are knocking down threes.
We're spreading IU's defense out right now and forcing them to have to move. The ball movement, quick passes.
Flaherty with the 6'3", Yarden Garzon on her. Moore-McNeil, another steal. Shay Ciezki, couple dribble, pull up, yes.
I believe it's an NFL Sunday. Stanford's looking to run a lot of back cuts as well. Indiana has to be aware, especially on that weak side, making sure they're in the right position.
Aguirre muscling her way, coming into her own and seizing these new opportunities across the board. Her teammates doing that.
This is a player that needs to be on everyone in women's basketball's radar right now because of the level of physicality she plays with.
Their zone feeding Ciezki. And Sandvik new into the game, finds Parrish, calls her own number, and splash.
Showing off a little bit of range. Good spacing from Parrish as well. Indiana needs to continue trying to get those quick hit opportunities on from three.
Parrish had 20 points in the season opener. 7 points each in the game since, trying to get her offense clicking. Courtney Ogden, also good from long two-point range.
Ogden has so much space right now. Indiana has to do a better job contesting.
No one stopped Shay Ciezki. She takes it all the way on the left side.
That's defense 101. You got to stop the ball. Can't allow a straight line drive for a guard like Shay Ciezki.
Aguera working from the high post is dead going to distribute. Heel looking for Aguera, getting the ball multiple parts of the floor, has the mismatch with Shay Ciezki on her, and she's going to put that up and in off glass.
Indiana has to have a little more awareness when that mismatch happens. Shay Ciezki's 5'6", going against 6'2" Aguera. The help side has to be there, a quick switch back.
Moore-McNeil being aggressive, looking for her own shot.
That is what Indiana needs from Chloe Moore-McNeil. She's been a ball handler a lot of her career here at Indiana. She can also play off the ball, but staying aggressive, trying to score in the paint is going to be huge.
Aguera puts it on the deck. Can't connect. Ciezki pushing for Indiana. The step back is good.
Shay Ciezki has not been able to get that three-point shot going consistently yet this season, even though she comes in known as a shooter right there, showing a lot of confidence with the step back.
1 for 9 coming into this game. Shot 37% last season. The answer is there from Harriel to quiet this crowd.
Indiana has to be there step-by-step and have a hand in the face.
Harriel, a ridiculous 12 of 19 from long range this season entering today. And they get it right back in her hands. Ogden, one-on-one, tries to blow away Sundvik and gets to the rim.
I love the physicality that Stanford plays with down low.
Ball in her hand quite a bit as we approach a minute remaining in this first quarter. Moore-McNeil reading that pick and roll. Strickland was working in the post. Strickland, quick swing. Moore-McNeil, she's got it.
Moore-McNeil's shoulders were squared. She was ready to shoot the ball on the catch. I love how quickly she's looking to get her shot off.
10 points for Chloe Moore-McNeil and the Hoosiers. Mary Ashley Stevenson, a former Big Ten player and freshman of the year by the media at Purdue. Garzon takes off to the rim and kisses it off glass.
And even with a little bit of contact.
Polo orchestrating this offense with the shot clock off. Aguera, good things happening from the high post. That time it's short, kept alive. Harriel will not get it off in time, and this electric first quarter comes to a close. A 2-point lead for the Hoosiers.
Think of Sarah Scalia last season, the knockdown three-point shooter for Indiana. They have capable shooters on the outside. Chloe Moore-McNeil stepping up, showing some consistency this game.
One thing you can say about Terry Morin is she does not sugarcoat. When she had just 2 points in the season opener, she said it was lethargic. We needed more.
You have to have that type of depth where different people can step up and score, because guess what? It's really hard to stay a consistent 20-point scorer every single game. You need more people stepping up and putting the ball in the basket.
Harriel is fouled by Moore-McNeil on the jump shot. Just 4 points per game last season. Now over 11.
They look in midseason form in terms of chemistry. Right now across college basketball, every single team looks a little behind in terms of getting that on-court flow going. Plus new players, and it just takes time getting on-court reps together. But Stanford has an advantage because they have so many players that were on last year's team and understand the standard set with the Cardinals.
One more time, Garzon, and then the whistle comes. To be grimier, someone like a Grace Berger
to have, especially from an opponent standpoint, like who do you put on her if Yarden Garzon is down in the post?
There's no good answer.
You don't have a good answer. You're going to put a post. She's quicker than post players, but as a guard, she's bigger than a lot of guards. It's a mismatch nightmare.
Heel trying to make some space, barrels through the lane, and brought down by Parrish. Garzon pushing up ahead. That was tipped. You see the pace Indiana trying to impose here. Who has the tough task of guarding Garzon. Preseason All Big Ten. All Conference last year too. Ogden back-to-back whistles.
Have a guard that can also play down in the post.
Elena Bozgana checking in for the Cardinal. Strickland all by herself and finishes with the left.
The spacing and the pacing so much better for Indiana in the half court right now. Spreading out, reading the defense, and making hard cuts.
Indiana was relentless on that last possession. Stevenson trying to thread the needle to heel. She gathers it up. Crowd thought it was a travel. And then that time it was.
Indiana's getting the ball inside and getting high percentage opportunities. Already 12 points in the paint, and it's opened up opportunities on the perimeter as a result.
Also just 2 turnovers. They had 27 and 16 in their last 2 games respectively, taking much better care of the ball. Garzon, she can shoot it from deep and does. Her more involved like she was in the first quarter has dropped off since for this Stanford offense. Clardy. Not a clean look, and it misses.
She can play inside, she can play outside, she can knock down the 3. A lot of different things. And Sydney Parrish also has the advantage of playing at Oregon her first year, so she understands that Pac-12 basketball in terms of the size and physicality you have to play with when that league was intact to be successful.
Garzon will pull up. Just misses. Meister right there on the offensive glass. Garzon flying in for another opportunity. She has been buzzing all over the floor and then picks up the assist inside of Meister for an easy 2. Points per play, though, not much different with a Garzon 3 and a Meister look inside. They're that efficient. Good big stop by Indiana. Garzon, high motor right now. Amendola just keeps it in play. Moore-McNeil reading that pick and roll so smooth.
He's making every smart read right now offensively.
Stanford has not scored in nearly 3.5 minutes, and that's going to continue off that miss from Lapolo. 70% because of that. They were scoring in the first quarter. Garzon, that touched nothing on the way down. Another 3, and she's got 10. Beautiful fadeaway shot. That ends a 5+ minute drought for the Cardinal. Parrish will travel. And we'll see what they're able to do here and go on a run in this second quarter.
They've got to get the ball inside. Try to get to the foul line and get fouled. Stop the clock and put points on the board.
Aguirre not looking to score one-on-one with Meister against her, but does want it from the high post. Barrels over her and 1.
She loves driving from that right elbow.
She's staying in right now. Ciezki weaves her way through, untouched to the rim. Five to shoot, and she goes to work. Stevenson, simple and perfect. 1 second left for a heave from Ciezki. She had too much strength on that. And at the end of the first half, 42-31, the lead for the Hoosiers over number 24, Stanford, on their home court. A very strong first half, especially the second quarter. As we look at our first half stats, powered by Ram trucks built to serve. Indiana 6 threes and shooting 52%.
Hoosiers did a better job rebounding, preventing second chance opportunities for Stanford, and using those rebounds to get their offense going quickly.
Indiana reversing the tale of its early games this season, limiting turnovers, looking for efficiency as well, as a foul is called on Meister as Aguirre was cutting through the lane. And that is going to be 4 on Lily Meister. That is a tough blow for the Hoosiers. And coming to the scorers table, not in time though, is Hannah Sandvik. Aerial quick closeout from Parrish and standing her ground, sticking with the guard.
Meister has 4 fouls. Stanford's got to get the ball to Aguirre and try to get Meister with her 5th. Indiana didn't get her out fast enough.
10 to shoot for Stanford. They're not looking that way. Bozgana is going to get it into Dimitri in the post, and a rebound by Meister. Still a tough position for Meister to be in. Even every screen you have to think about as carefully as possible when you have 4 fouls, not even a minute into the third quarter. Inside, it is blocked. Excellent stop by Dimitri on that attempt by Parrish.
And she saved it from going out of bounds.
Aguera speeding to the rim. The reversal doesn't fall. Moore-McNeil, an excellent first half, 12 points, had 13 in 3 games entering this one, and she is fouled looking for more at the free throw line. And Moore-McNeil, you're right, has been forcing the issue. Indiana 4 of 5 from the free throw line. And Moore-McNeil 1 of 2 on that trip. Indiana opened up a 16-point lead in the first half. Stanford went scoreless for 5+ minutes during a chunk of that second quarter. And they go deep into the post. Aguera dropping it off. Buzgana forces it up. Another try, and she's earned a trip to the free throw line with a 3-point play opportunity.
And going up to finish. A lot of times players go up trying to get the foul called, but they just throw the ball in the air. Instead, just like Buzgana did there, go up to finish.
Shay Ciezki, the hesitation, she's rejected, but earns the whistle.
She just got to go into the defense a little more to try to make sure that contact truly does come.
Another player for the Stanford team elevating her game. Clardy operating this offense. Shooting 36% from the fields, while more of Aguera in the post. And she gets underneath Parrish. A beautiful, patient move in the paint.
Again, new team trying to build chemistry with so many new faces, but they're finally getting things going, and it helps when you have someone like Shay Ciezki who can stop, go, and stop on a toughest
test yet on the road against a team just outside the top 25 in Indiana. Taking it to the rim is Clardy, and she'll be shooting too.
Seeing them finally start to come together. Every team in the country is dealing with this right now. Trying to create on-court chemistry. Right now, Indiana finally clicking on both offense and defense with some new faces that are having bigger roles this season.
Both teams in the bonus. Free throws here for the remaining 5 minutes. Starting with Dimitri. Very cold spell, over 5 minutes in that second quarter. They still have not found that same spark offensively that they had in the first quarter.
They have to go back, trying to score quickly. Indiana was all out of sorts defensively when Stanford moved the ball with some pace. They've got to go back to getting some inside touches as well.
Shay Ciezki has been a force in this game. Leaves it off for Garzon. It's good. 3 threes for Yarden Garzon. Aguera trying to answer back. No good in the paint. Garzon ripping down that rebound. Amendola sizing up at Aguera. They're going to hand it off to Moore-McNeil. Moore-McNeil, Garzon, 2-player game. Back to back. Shooting 25% from 3 the first 3 games. 8 of 16 today. Their defense is also clamped down. Dimitri, no good from 3. This team leading the country in 3-point percentage. 51% as a group coming in.
Perhaps it's crazy, son. They've only shot 7 threes now on the day. They haven't had very many. My goodness, Chloe Moore-McNeil looking shifty down low.
Largest lead of the game for the Hoosiers. Moore-McNeil taking up space in the paint with that up and under. As Garzon whistled for a foul. Second quarter on.
Anytime you're down, especially on the road, you have to calm down. Even Stanford head coach Kate Pay saying, this is the first of many new venues we're going to be playing at, and this is one of the hardest places in the country to play. Assembly Hall, it's loud.
Important test today here in mid-November. Aguera will kick it out. Ogden, no good from 3. Skying for the rebound. Stanford keeping it alive. Buzgana with the offensive rebound. Buzgana, quick trigger, and that also won't fall. A foul on the rebound by Sonvik, making 11 threes every game, shooting 50%. But it has been a struggle from long range in this building.
Stanford came out hot because they were able to score quickly. They were moving fast and efficiently. But in the half court, Indiana has forced Stanford to grind it out, and they're not getting shots off until later into the shot clock.
Make it a 10-0 run, then a strip. Shay Ciezki in a track meet down the floor. Can't get it to fall. Aguirre the other way, tries the Euro for two.
Aguirre just took it coast to coast. Looking like a point forward going out there.
Indiana slowing it down in the half court. Garzon has been a spark directing this team with the ball and the foul. Moore-McNeil gets inside. Simple turnaround is good.
She has been elite at getting paint touches in this game. Off the dribble, cutting hard. She's staying so balanced and aggressive on the attack.
17 points, 6 of 10 shooting. That is Chloe Moore-McNeil basketball for the Hoosiers, as that will fall for the Cardinal. Ogden up to 6 points. Ciezki now running the point for Indiana. Moore-McNeil finds that seam again. The crafty footwork in the paint by the guard.
A little up and under-esque, if you will. My goodness, Chloe Moore-McNeil just going to work down low.
I think she's the one taking lessons from Mackenzie Holmes.
Hey.
To shoot for Stanford. Ogden goes one way, then the other to the cup. And that is how the third quarter will end. Indiana still in comfortable control, but 50% from three, a season-high 8 on 16 attempts.
Indiana has been able to move the ball with some pace. The spacing is excellent. They've gotten the inside game going, which has opened up the outside shot. Players have had time.
Start of the fourth at Assembly Hall. They go right to Aguirre. That was poked away. Lamandola providing some solid defense.
Understanding your role is massive for success with the team, especially throughout the longevity of the season.
Ogden looking to ignite her offense, and it will be an offensive foul stepping in Sonfi. Meanwhile, that is 4 on Courtney Ogden for the Cardinal. Dimitri has 3. Lapolo has 3. Zone will face up. You can't give her that much space inside or outside the three-point line. Aguirre wants it in the post. Had a hot start to this game. 8 points in the first quarter. Now at 15.
Good.
Beautiful. And the finish by Dimitri.
And great pass from Aguirre, leading Dimitri to the basket.
Oh, there's a foul taken. Parrish, meanwhile, trying to break up that ball handler. Dimitri, oh wow, is that smooth?
Somewhat Emma Miesemann-esque, coming off 1 foot, fading away.
I like that.
Thank you.
Perfect comparison to make. And that was from good distance away, too.
If you want the NBA reference, maybe Dirk Nowitzki-esque. I like the WNBA reference.
Me too.
Thank you.
Striplin thought about that long too. Shay Ciezki, hand in her face, does not matter. Best game of her Hoosier career so far for Shay Ciezki, up to 15. Dimitri back in that same spot. I don't know how you stop that fadeaway. Ejiwoye flying into the paint and an offensive foul.
I like how Ejiwoye has come into this game and has just been a pest defensively, making all sorts for Indiana's guards.
It seems like she exactly wanted to be that, a pest, and it is working.
I like it.
Trying to ignite this team. Moore-McNeil will whip it around. Ejiwoye with the steal. Has numbers. Dimitri can't convert on the lay-in. Stevenson sprinting the floor. She's right there for the putback.
Good defense turning into quick offense. This is what Stanford needs to continue doing. If they can cut this to 10 by the 5-minute mark, that's going to be big.
Offensive foul, Shay Ciezki to the chagrin of this crowd.
Just being pesty.
Where you just dread that person being near you.
And then there's nothing worse as a ball handler than having someone aggressively trying to disrupt you up top with the ball.
Stevenson, nice little face up, and the jump shot is good. Moore-McNeil getting it into Striplin. Lamandola darting right to the rim. And taken by Dimitri. Calling for it. Agara wants it deep. And there's a whistle.
With Indiana at 5 team fouls.
And you talked about it earlier. 1 for 2 for Stevenson, the transfer from Purdue. Indiana still led by Moore-McNeil, Garzon, and Ciezki, all on the floor. Moore-McNeil watching that off-ball movement. Now 10 to shoot for the point guard. Backing down, Agara is Garzon, leaves that way short. Meister back into the game with her 4 personals, and she draws the foul.
Indiana has truly been the aggressor in terms of keeping their foot on the gas pedal. Even though Stanford came out through the first punch, we're used to seeing them be a really good defensive team. They ranked in the top 3 in scoring defense in the Big 10 over the last couple of years. But they've really slowed down pace of play of this game and haven't allowed Stanford to dictate how quickly they want to play offensively.
Stanford needing to score quickly. Can they get this possibly within 10? Under 5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Still going deep in the shot clock. Dimitri has been unstoppable. Dimitri, 12 points. Second leading scorer for Stanford. And
her momentum's shifting a different direction from the basket. Those shoulders squared make the difference.
Dimitri, clearly the go-to hand. This time she's going to barrel her way to the rim, throws it up and in.
She's becoming a cheat code right now, using all sorts of angles.
50% from the field, 14 points. Can Dimitri be the one to try and break Stanford out of this funk and make a charge? Moore-McNeil putting it on the deck, dropping it off. And Meister is fouled. Megan, that's a great point. They have not looked rattled at all, which you might expect from a team lackluster, undisciplined. So she's not been happy with her way. Ogden working with the Agara. She's going to put it up, and it bounces out. Moore-McNeil keeps it to herself and will push immediately. Ciezki getting free, will throw it to Moore-McNeil. Decides against the 3. She'd rather have more time go off. Deep inside to Meister. And there's a whistle. A foul on the Cardinal.
This is where Indiana's intelligence is starting to come in simpler than I just said. I used like 6 words to describe experience.
Facing up against Lamandola, who's played great minutes, great defense today for the Hoosiers. Poked away by Moore-McNeil. There's another steal, and up ahead, Ciezki will take it herself with the lay-in. This is Indiana Hoosier basketball, the defense fueling the offense. 17 points for Ciezki, 18 for Garzon. I really feel like she sparked this team in the second quarter to lead to this result. 3 games today with 19.
Huge confidence boost for Moore-McNeil, Ciezki to finally get some points on the board in this manner. Remembering, hey, wait, oh yeah, I am a really good college basketball scorer.
Agara, whistle for the foul. To do this too, Megan, when you have a starter and Lily Meister limited, work through the paint.
And Juliana Lamandola coming in off the bench, playing huge minutes, getting big stops.
Clardy puts her head down right to the rim.
Look, this has been a really good test for Stanford. They're about to enter ACC play, new conference.
Time on the side of the Hoosiers. They withstood every attack from Stanford. Ciezki leaves that short, and a big offensive rebound by Parrish, who just does the little things. A whistle going on Dimitri, and she is done for today.
Players who are bigger, especially in the ACC, to defend because she does have a quickness as well.
The Stanford way, which Coach Pay is determined to maintain the identity and success of this program, one of the greatest in college basketball history, and how that will match up in the ACC. Darting to the rim, a three-point play for Clardy, who turns on the Jets. Stanford bringing the pressure. This is not wrapped up for Indiana. They have run into turnover trouble, uncharacteristic turnover trouble their first 3 games, but now settled down with under a minute to play.
Indiana did a great job dictating pace of play for 3 of the 4 quarters in this game.
Ciezki gets the step and the foul, the blocking foul going on Ichiwoye.
So much confidence. And she's quick and shifty with the ball in her hands. It makes her tough to defend, especially when she gets down low. She's really crafty at getting the defense out of its stance.
1 of 9 from 3 coming into this matchup and lighting it up. 19 points with 2 threes. Clardy lifts it up again. Great effort by the Cardinal to try and keep it alive, but it will be Indiana basketball, 37 seconds. And Moore-McNeil going to milk as much clock as she can. A clean effort, an efficient effort for Indiana. 50% as a team for this game. 50% from 3. Lamandola. That would have lit the bench on fire with the effort she's played with today. Doesn't get on the board that time. Clardy sprinting to the rim for 2. And it finally becomes official in Bloomington. A solid win for Indiana, clicking how they're supposed to. 79-66, their win over Stanford.
Indiana coming up huge defensively after Stanford came out through the first punch.